So, coming to the end of a super long night. Super long day this was for me. I was up at 5:30, 6 at the latest. I hustled around all day. I hustled. I started my part-time job. I didn't actually start, but we were sizing things up because I didn't get paid yet. But we're just like going over the plan. But I was busy and I had to be at a certain spot at a certain time. So I got up early, walked the dog, walked around the lake like I always do. Then I spent 2 hours cleaning up goose duty. Aurora Anderson. Yo, 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 Aurora. I'm telling everybody how I had a long day, Aurora. I've been up since 6:30. I started my part-time job. I did an hour and a half live stream tonight with building my fireworks. I cleaned up this entire lake. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. I don't know if you can see this or not, Aurora, but I live on a lake. And I'm walking my dog around, Aurora. And I was just telling all you guys how long my day was. And I'm so wound up because I had fun the whole time. The first day of summer, cleaned up this whole area. I picked up every cigarette butt, every piece of trash around this lake, so the whole community can come in and enjoy it. Aurora Anderson. So everybody can come in and enjoy this lake. I did it for myself, but I did it for everybody else. Nobody asked me to do it, but I just volunteered, and I do it all the time, and I'll do it again. Then I had that live stream, and I was teaching folks how to build fireworks, and I had it scheduled, and people were in my waiting room before I even came on. There's like this waiting room that people were waiting to see me. That was a first for me. I really enjoyed that. And I think I presented myself pretty well. I didn't get very many views tonight. Last night I got over 4,000 on my live stream. 4,700 to be exact. But on tonight's live stream I only got like 200. But I guess because it's the first day of summer, everybody's out and they should be. But I feel as though I presented myself well, Aurora, because I watched some of my prior live streams and I wasn't explaining myself well. So at least what I'm saying here is I got more practice. You know, a little bit more practice. I'm getting better at this. And maybe someday I'll actually be fairly decent. Now my dog does this every time. I think a snake lives around here. There's the lake, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see the lake or not. But there's a snake den around here. See how he jumps back? Bah! See, I just scared him. I shouldn't do that. That was mean. Hey, see? That was a frog that jumped in the lake. My dog likes being scared. You like being scared? You dog, you? That white Catahoula? You ever hear of Catahoula, Aurora? I never heard of the Catahoula till I got this one. He's a purebred Louisiana State dog. But I'm in Pennsylvania. So, and even though it's the first day of summer, it was hot today. But I'm wearing a jacket now because it's starting to cool off again. I live in a mountainous region, higher elevations. And whenever you live in higher elevations, night times are always cool. I don't care if it's 100 degrees that day. When nighttime rolls around, it gets colder, Aurora. So, I'm really psyched, man. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm having visitors come up from Philadelphia. It's about a 100-mile ride, and I never get visitors. And they're gonna come up. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. I'll just probably sleep on the couch or something and give them my room. And there's no air conditioners here, but we don't need air conditioners. It gets hot during the day, but they can jump in the public pool. There's a public pool in this area. We'll jump in the public pool if it gets too hot. And night times are cool, so. But they're coming around. They're coming up from Philadelphia, and I'm excited about that. And what else? What else is going on? Yo, yo, yo. Keeping it real. And my friend had a plumbing emergency, but I wasn't able. I looked at the job, but I'm going to have to come back on a later date. Dog's getting all excited. Got to keep him on a short leash when he gets this excited. There's not even anything. He's chasing after air, this one. There's nothing even to chase after. He gets excited for no good reason. So my friend had a plumbing job, and I got to take care of that. It's coming through the ceiling. All I could do now is put a bucket under it for now. And I'll get back to that one. So, typical Friday night. Everybody's out. But I normally do these live streams right before I go to bed. Try to be consistent with that. Haven't seen a lot of my regular subs lately. My subscribers. They're disappearing into the woodwork, Aurora. I don't know why they're disappearing. Maybe because it is Friday night. So I gotta keep this one on the short leash or he's just gonna cause me troubles. This one here. Whoops, there we go. So, at least I got the practice I needed. I got the practice because I was not satisfied with the way I was explaining myself on my prior live streams. But I practiced, and I feel as though I was explaining myself fairly well this time around. So as long as I keep practicing, I'll keep getting better at it. And I won't bore you guys to death. Won't bore you to death. You want to talk about anything? Want to ask me my favorite food or my favorite color or my favorite time of year? Or what my favorite month is? My favorite month is June, by the way. And we're in June. Today is the longest day. Starting tomorrow, the days get shorter. You won't notice it until like the second week of August. But every day after tomorrow, the days are going to start getting shorter. And it cuts off more in the morning. The nighttime is unnoticeable. But the mornings, the sun comes up a little later. And that's more noticeable. And then by August, you really start to notice the days are getting shorter. And then by September, forget it. It's time to put on the long underwear again, at least where I live. Dog always gets super excited here. Every night, this dog gives me a hard time here. So I got to keep him on a short leash or he's going to drag me into the woods. You guys. So, my favorite color is green. That's what they were asking me last night. And I don't know why my favorite color is green, but it just is. And the dog's always gets happy here, and he tries to take off into the woods, this one. Catahoula. Did you ever hear of a Catahoula? I never heard of it until I got this one. He's a rescue. He's about 100 pounds. He's a he. He's not a she. He doesn't listen to a damn thing I say. He's not like a German Shepherd or a Labrador. When this one makes up its mind, he does what he wants to do, and I have no say in the matter. And that's what it's like when you own a Catahoula. I think they're all the same. I'm pretty sure that they're all... Maybe that's where that word cat comes in, because cats do what they want. So he's called a Catahoula. And he's doing what he wants right now. He's pulling me in a direction that I really don't want to go. Oh, I hear a jet. I hear a jet going into hyperdrive. I'm hyper. Richard's in hyperdrive. Richard had a long day. I'm winding down now. What was that? What'd you jump at? The dog's also paranoid. If a leaf blows by, he gets all nervous. The dog's a nervous wreck. I got a nervous wreck for a dog. But he's happy. For the most part, he's a happy dog. I got a retractable. He's around 10 feet in front of me right now. 12 feet. 13 feet. The dog's way ahead of me. That's all right. I'll put the camera back on my... Hello! How the heck are you guys? My name is Richard. Everybody calls me Stale, though. So that's what I made my handle. Stale Shady. I'm copying off of Eminem. Slim Shady. Well, I call myself Stale Shady. And people think I'm stale. But I'm really not. And I live in Pennsylvania. And it's around 11:30 p.m. where I'm at. And I'm going to stay up and watch a couple pre-recorded shows and then crash out and do it all again tomorrow. Going to be a repeat. And I'm psyched. Very psyched. As soon as that river warms up a little, I'm going to jump in my kayak and start doing my whitewater. That'll be a fun live stream. Not a live stream. I'll upload some shorts tomorrow. Where I live at near that Lehigh River. That's going to be way crowded tomorrow. You see all these river maggots. That's what I call them, river maggots. Because when you look at a bunch of kayakers from far away, they look like maggots. So I call them river maggots. I'm a river maggot because I paddle. And that parking lot's going to be packed. And you're going to see all these preppy kayakers and canoeist guy people. And you're going to see rafting people and buses full of school buses where they drop them off and they march them out the bus and they give them life jackets and paddles and put them on them big rubber rafts and float them down the river. And the guides scream at them the whole time. That's why I never wanted to be a guide, because I'm not good at screaming at people. And so I already got tomorrow planned. My time is going by so fast because I don't have a minute to even think. Watching TV would have been impossible for me today because I didn't have a half a second to even sit down. But that's okay, because when you keep busy the way I keep busy, you don't have time to worry about your problems. So, keep busy. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Was that you, Aurora? Or was that somebody else? It's probably you. Thank you, Aurora, for the like. Yeah, when you're busy, you don't have time to worry about your problems. That's what I tell all my friends. They worry about things they really shouldn't even worry about. I go, you have too much time on your hands. You should have real problems. You're healthy. Your dog or cat's healthy. Everything's good. So I don't want to hear it. You got too much time on your hands. If you were busy, you wouldn't worry about these tiny, minuscule things. I'll give you something to worry about. So, I saw another guy tonight who I haven't seen in a long time. He pulled up on his motorcycle. And I want to show you guys that I know how to ride. I have a motorcycle license. So, it was getting dark and I didn't have a jacket. But one of these times, I'm going to hop on a motorcycle and show you guys that this old man can still ride. This old man came rolling home. So, I was hoping my doggy went to the bathroom, but if he didn't go, he didn't have to. I had him out 4 times a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at dinner, and 1 now. So, I spoil my dog. Spoil him rotten. I get him 3 different kinds of food, so he doesn't eat the same thing every night. I keep it in one of them 5-gallon buckets that seal real good, so it's always nice and fresh. I buy him biscuits. He even knows that word. He looked over at me when I said that word, that B-I-S, the biscuit word. And I spoil him rotten. He lays on all the furniture like he owns it. He takes up the whole bed like he owns the bed. I put my remote on his body because he lays in front of me. As I watch the TV, I put the remote controller on his body. And that's how I change channels. But I'm so beat from my busy activities every day that I don't have to. I watch TV for 5 minutes and I'm out sleeping, sawing wood. My dog jumped because I made that snoring sound. Poor dog, so paranoid. It's a good thing the TV's on a timer, or it'd be running all night. Little bugger. He's peeing. Emmanuel, yo, yo, yo. What's going on, Emmanuel? I'm trying to be consistent with my live streams at 11:30, so people know that Stale Shady takes that dog around the lake one last time. Emmanuel Jackson says hello. Well, hello, Emmanuel. My live stream, I thought I did a good live stream with the fireworks, but too many people are out on Friday night. So, but at least I got to practice, Emmanuel. I feel like I presented myself a little better this time around. And the more practice I get, I'll start making more sense. Because I never watch my live streams, but I started watching them. And it's kind of embarrassing for me. I'm probably never going to watch another one again. But I noticed that I don't explain things clearly. And also with the front camera, when I'm describing things, when I'm using that front camera, everything's backwards. Like if I say something's clockwise, you guys see it counterclockwise. If I say my left hand, you guys see the right hand. So that's something else I learned. So the whole thing's a learning experience, Emmanuel and Aurora. But I'm hanging in, I'm getting it. So thank you for the other like, you guys. That's 2 likes I got. And what do you want to talk about? Want to talk about anything in particular? What do you guys? Anybody going on vacation or anything? Any vacation days coming up for anybody? Thank you for the like. I'm on vacation every day, 365 days a year, so my vacation is my home, where I live, and that's kind of my 24/7, 365 vacation. Once in a while, I visit my friend in Maryland, and he yells at me. He's got a sailboat, and I don't pull the ropes right and tie the knots off and throw the lines, and he screams at me the whole time. I say, dude, I'm not going to come down and visit you anymore if you're going to scream and yell at me. You're taking the fun out of it. Yeah, let's go on a sailboat, but I don't want to do anything. Get a motorboat. Because he scares the death out of me. I feel like we're going to crash it or something. Especially when we got to pull it in and park it. That's when he really throws a conniption fit. Because the boat, I don't know, the boat weighs a couple tons. And if the wind takes the sail and it smashes into the thing, I'd get pissed too. But I don't know how to sail. And he talks so fast. So I told him to get a motorboat. So I go down to Maryland maybe once a year. And I used to go down the shore. I used to ride my motorcycle down the shore. But that kind of wore off. I'm going to go back. Watch, my son's he's going to want to turn around. Let's go back. Come on, mister. There. So now my son and I are heading back. Emmanuel said cool. So at least Emmanuel's listening to me. Somebody's got to listen to me, Emmanuel. So I'm glad it's you. I'm glad it's you, my man. So, I've been to Disney World once when I was a little kid. My parents took me to Disney World when I was little. And then when I was heavily into my kayaking back in the day, somebody else is here. Etenne Navarra. I have difficulty in pronouncing names, but I see you, and you say hi, so I'll say hi back. How you doing? What is your favorite song? That's a good one. Well, let me think about that. I would say Limelight by Rush, but then I love the Beatles, so I would say Something, not just something, something in the way she moves. Or maybe, I love the Beatles too, but I also love Eminem, so I would say I don't know, I love Eminem. I got a middle finger tattooed to my arm. Tells you how much I love Eminem. I walked into the tattoo parlor. A guy says, "What do you want?" I gave him the finger. So he put it on my shoulder. So one of these days when I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, wait a minute, I'm getting lost here. Come on, mister. Don't take me into the woods. So Eminem, that's another one. And then I used to love Kiss. I used to be a Kiss nut. I went to a lot of Kiss concerts. So the favorite song is a little bit hard to pin down, Emmanuel. If I had to really, really think about it, I would have to go with the Beatles. And maybe, I still couldn't tell you. It would be something off Abbey Road. You know that little, where they connect like 5 songs in a row on that second side? That would be my favorite. But that's really like 5 songs. But that's really hard because I really did love Eminem. He had me brainwashed for years and years. I saw him in concert a few times. And I really did love Kiss. And I really did love Ted Nugent. And I really did love, like, all these other bands. You know, you go through phases. Mopoke. Yo, yo, yo. Learning my language, yo, poke. Yo, yo, yo. That's that Philadelphia twang I have. I never lost it, yo, yo, yo. So I'm kind of, I guess it's like Rocky, you know, yo, yo. You know, Rocky, Sylvester Stallone. Yo, Adrian, yo, yo. So when my friend calls me, I'll pick up the phone and I'll go, yo. And then he'll go, yo. Then I'll go, yo. And he'll go, yo. And we'll do that for like 5 minutes before the conversation even starts. So after we go back and forth with yo, yo, yo for 5 minutes, and then we start talking. That's how I know he's in a good mood. If he calls me up and says, like, Rich, my cat needs stitches or something, then I'll know he's like, something's wrong. But when I answer the phone and he goes, yo, I know everything's all right. So that's kind of like, and then when my sister calls me up, the first thing she says, she goes, everything's all right. Because usually when he calls me up, something terrible happened. So she's got to, before we even have our conversation, she'll say, everything's all right. And then I'll breathe a sigh of relief. And then we'll talk about something. You know, my family, nobody even knows I live stream. And I don't think I want them to know. Because if I knew that my friends and family were watching me, I wouldn't be able to be myself. I'd be ready for criticism. And they would scrutinize every little thing I say. So nobody even knows. Nobody that knows me knows I live stream. And I don't think I'm going to tell them. So yo, 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 Mopoke. Yo, yo, man. Yo. Wasn't that fun with the fireworks tonight, yo? Man, I had hardly any duds. The problem was, toward the end, I lost the connection. But man, some of them went well. I'm going to do a lot of them firework live streams, man. I'm going to start doing that a lot. I'm coming back close to my house. My dog's leading me into the woods again. Yo, yo, yo. All my subscribers know me, Emmanuel and Etanini Narvari. They all know me. And that's what that yo, yo, yo's all about. Because I say that a million times. I'll say, like, what are you doing, yo? That was nice, yo. That yo is like one of them words. It's like a filler. It's a filler in. It fills in. Some people say and the. I say yo. So I'm happy my dog went to the bathroom. So now I know he relieved himself. So yo, I can relax now, yo. I don't have to get up 2 o'clock in the morning and let the dog out, yo. Know what I'm saying, yo? So Richard is coming back to his back gate. I'm always going to live stream on that last walk. And I'm always going to do the firework thing. I'll schedule them ahead of time. And I'm going to try to be more consistent on them afternoon live streams. Problem was lately, it's been raining so much because I don't live stream from the house. That's another, I got to walk around with my dog. I don't know why, but I have to. But I promise you guys that I'm going to start doing that afternoon thing more often. Yo. Know what else I say? Everybody else, I say, keeping it real. Rich says, keep it real, yo. It's all right, listen, you guys. Richard is back home. I'm going to show you the side of my house. There's my garden hose. There's my kayak paddles. There's my bicycle. There's my kayak. There's the doghouse, but the dog can't fit in because he's too big. There's my front steps, and there's my front door. So, yo, 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 I love you guys, man. I can't live without you. And I mean that. Richard loves you guys. Thank you. You're appreciated.